inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida. We've got open-air baseball for you on the show. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the Miami Marlins. John Shelby with you alongside Chris Singleton. So the San Francisco Giants have taken the first two games of this series, and today they'll go for the sweep. They played well, Chris, and they're looking for more of the same in this one.
Yeah, they've been the side shaking hands on the field after each game so far. Played solid baseball to earn those wins, as you said, but every game offers up its own unique challenges. So we'll see what those are today, but there's always a little extra motivation when you have an opportunity to sweep a series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Sandy Alcantara. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Well, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound to start the game. He can be really good at times and turn in some real excellent efforts. For me, it'll tell us a lot to see how he's attacking the strike zone and pitching aggressively or not. If he's doing that from the jump, I think he'll be fine in this one.
Slice the other way and foul. And the right-hander deals. Fought off foul. Here's the 0-2. On the ground to the left. Slings to first. One up, one down.
Batting second.
Here's Gabe Kapler's lineup for the San Francisco Giants. And this offense is really clicking right now, Chris.
That's a good feeling in that dugout over there. You feel like when you walk to the plate, you're going to get a knock, you're going to drive in a run, you're going to do something productive, even if it's just get a walk to keep the line moving. And that's a great feeling to have. They've got it bottled right now.
So here's Wade now. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Nice warm day here, good baseball weather. Does that change anything, Chris, especially for the hitters?
Absolutely. You feel so much more comfortable at the plate. You're not worried about, getting jammed on fastballs inside part of the plate. You can kind of be more selective instead of just looking out away so that you can get the barrel to it. And that part, you can get on the inside part of the plate as well.
That one laced to center and a base hit.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And now it's Wilmer Flores. Didn't play in last night's game. A little breather for him. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
It's interesting. You have spring training, wonderful weather, and then most teams go north and it's chilly. So hitters have to kind of get through that for the first month and a half, and then everything evens out.
Wade over at first with one away. That one hit to right. Hampson should have this one. And he makes the catch. And there are two down.
It's a little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit. Trying to put the ball in the air.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The guy that I've encountered that hates the cold weather the most, Mookie Betts. I mean, he grew up in Tennessee, so it's not exactly like balmy there. I mean, it gets a little chilly in Tennessee, but under 60 degrees, he will wear two sets of batting gloves, one on top of the other, and sometimes he'll wear not one set of thermals, but two sets of long johns over top one another. The 0-2. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. Fires over to first, and that'll do it. So the Giants leave one, and now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here in Miami, And towing the slab in this one, Jake Junis.
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Here's Garrett Hampson. That one out to right, and it drops in.
Batting third.
Luis Arraez stands in.
Oh, yeah.
First pitch, and he just misses.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
The next offering misses, and a count 2-1.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. To third, tag, got him.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to third. That time he was wrong, as a really nice throw came into third.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jake Berger, looking to rebound today. He was 0 for 4 last night. Over to first, and he saved. That misses. Ball 1.
1-0.
Swings through that one for strike 1. That's in there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
It was a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. That's the third out. Inning over.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Second inning set to go. Now it's J.D. Davis.
The third baseman, number 7. J.D.
Alcantara back to work and fouled off. Alcantara, an all-star a season ago. He features a changeup, a sinker, a four-seamer, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. That one pushed foul. Oh, 0-2 to Davis. Hard hit left side. Birdie fires over to first. One out in the second.
Batting 6. The left fielder, number 23.
Here's Jock Peterson. 4 for 8 in the series so far. High fly ball out to center field. Chisholm hauls it in, 2 away. Blake Sable, the next Giant to hit. Back to the mound. Over to first. And that is the third out of the inning. Giants go down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Lone Depot Park, bottom of the second. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. The pitch. That misses off the outside edge. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Boog, one of our favorites. Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one. And a 1-2. Out towards left center. Yastrzemski on the move to his right. And there's one down.
Batting fifth.
And now here's the Marlins DH, Jesus Sanchez. Had the day off yesterday.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
And first offering is fouled off. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-2. This one grounded to Davis. Tosses to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Batting seventh, the first baseman.
And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2. Bell checks his swing, appeal to third, and he held back according to Rusty Valentine. And now it's 1-2. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at the ballpark, the batter will be Michael Conforto. Alcantara back to work. And there's a foul ball.
Well, these Giants definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
And here it comes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball. And that'll bring up Brandon Crawford. 3 for 7 in the series so far. He swings and fouls one off. And the 0-1. Here's a high chopper. Berger. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, second baseman.
Thairo Estrada to the plate.
Estrada.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Tosses to first. And that is that. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. Still no score. As we go to the last of the third, Yuli Gurriel comes up to hit. Bounce to the left side. And foul ball. Gurriel getting the start in left. 38 years old, and he's a former Gold Glover in the American League. And that one in the air center field. And it drops in. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock. Jacob Stallings now. Swing, and that one hammered down the line. If it's fair, it's gone, and that is out of here. His first homer of the year, and now they're out front. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Birdie tries to hold up, appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. And that one pulled foul.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Gets under it and pops it up. Flores hauls it in, and there's one away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And now for the Marlins, Garrett Hampson. In there for strike one. Hampson goes 5 feet 11 inches, batting second in today's lineup, and he's usually a shortstop, but today he's starting in the outfield. And the pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Now this is in the air down the line. And that should be extra bases. And that rolls into the corner. And that's a double.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Left field. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Run comes in from second. It's 3-0. Passes third. He wants it all. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. I get to the bag, get to the bag, then get the cash and I run it up. I get to the bag, get to the bag, then get the cash and I run it up. I get to the bag. Start of the 4th, and digging in for San Francisco, Lamont Wade Jr. The right-hander back to work. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And the 0-2. Ground ball left side. Whips it across. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Next to hit, Wilmer Flores. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Out to center. Chisholm under it. Hauls it in for the out.
The center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Mike Yastrzemski up here. 0 for 1 so far. And first offering is fouled off. Righty delivers. Pulls that one foul. Time asked for at the plate. Maybe an attempt to break up the rhythm that he's got going on the mound right now. The 0-2. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup. Giants down in order. They trail in this one 3-0. Welcome back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That hits the dirt, and it's 1-0.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Logan Webb. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. There's a strike.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
And now it's even up.
That's the ball.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
No, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
The 0-2. On the ground. The throw to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Bell stands in the 2 away as he takes a ball. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball. The 1-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Crawford puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Miami down in order, but they lead at 3-0. And welcome back. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's J.D. Davis. And a pitch. Towards first, Bell. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 1 away here in the 5th.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Peterson at the plate now. That's ball 1.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
Chisholm puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at bat.
2 outs. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And that one ripped to left. Gurriel handles the chance. Giants are down 1-2-3. Still down 3-0. Back here in Miami, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Yuli Gurriel. The wind of the pitch. And there's the strike.
0-1.
Just off the inside edge. Right-hander kicks, deals. Strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And a foul ball. The pitch. On a line, base hit.
Still able to come through behind an account right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Line drive, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. John Birdie at the plate. First offering misses the mark.
1-0.
That one drifts inside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
First and second here, no outs. Next pitch in for a strike, 3-1.
3-1.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Line drive. That's a base hit. Run scores. Coming around third is Stallings. He's also in to score. It's 5-0.
That's 3 singles in a row. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
1-1 now. Swinging a foul straight back. And the righty deals. And that one ripped into right. And it goes just foul. Kicks and deals. And that just misses.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And up next for Miami, Jake Berger to third, and he's safe. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. And that's in for a strike.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. You can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
Got him looking. That's his second strikeout.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Chisholm lays off down low as he digs in for the third time. Next one off the plate inside. 2-0. Corners are occupied with 2 down. This to third. They take the force out. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. We're through 5. Marlins 5 and the Giants nothing. Top of the 6th inning. And here is Michael Conforto. Here comes a pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Here's Crawford now. Open stance on that left side. And first offering is fouled off. Crawford goes 6'1", 225 pounds. And he's a former National League Gold Glover. The 0-1. Fouled off left side. Now he steps out of the box as he asks for time. Conforto gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And there's one away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Tyro Estrada, the next Giant to hit. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
They haven't scored yet in this game, and with that swing, they're definitely trying to get on the board. That's the way guys go about their business today.
0-1 now. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, this guy on the mound understands that this batter's trying to take him deep. I think the key here is change speeds. Keep him off balance.
On the ground to second, might be two. There's one. Over to first, safe.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Wade, 29 years old, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. Smash to the left side. Third out. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. 6, 7, 8, 2 in the bottom of the 6th. Marlins 5 and the Giants nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park, bottom of the 6th inning, and now the DH, Jesus Sanchez. And first offering is fouled off.
That's the ball.
The wind of the pitch. And now 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ball and 2 strikes. And that one missing low.
That's low. That's the ball.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 2-2. And another ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Here's Josh Bell. That one's in there, 0-1. Hit in the air, right field. Conforto makes the grab for the 2nd out. Now it's Yuli Gurriel.
Beautiful swing in his last at bat, opposite field knock.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 0-1. There's the strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The wind to kick the pitch. Good eye right there.
1-2.
And now 2-2. Got him swinging. And the Marlins down quietly as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 7th, and digging in for San Francisco, Wilmer Flores. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Stepping in, Mike Yastrzemski.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. Flores around second, headed for third. Birdie with a relay home. Not in time. He's safe as a run scores.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
So a man aboard. Here's the third baseman, J.D. Davis. And first offering is fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Action in the pen down there. Steven Okert getting loose out there. Robertson, a right-hander, loosening up as well. On the ground to third. Birdie jumps, throws, throwing the dirt, can't pick it cleanly. Now 2 aboard.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
And now Jack Peterson. Swing and a miss.
No ball.
That's strike one.
Pretty amazing. His first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Yastrzemski at second. Davis at first with no outs. That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with, but they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there. And really, they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Siggy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually. Oh, the throw is wild. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there.
Well, this offense just got a major gift. Probably should have been a double play, but it all starts with the good feed to second. And right there, everything broke down on the throw. We'll see if they can capitalize on this.
Michael Conforto will climb in. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
And 1-2.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
The tying run at the plate stays alive. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot. This one popped up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Here's Brandon Crawford. In the air, left field. Gurriel handles the chance. And Crawford is set down. And that'll do it. So 2 runs in the inning, 3 hits, 1 error, but 2 are left stranded. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Marlins 5 and the Giants 2. Back here at the ballpark, set for the last half of the 7th. And at the plate for Miami, Jacob Stallings. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Snags it on the run. And there's 1 down. So digging in, John Birdie. That's in for a strike.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And a foul ball. The pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2. Kicks and fires. Caught him looking for the K.
frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Hampson in now, takes ball one off the plate. Up the middle. Not in time, and he reaches safely.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Hampson off of first with 2 away. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That clips the corner. Left-hand batter waits. Popped up. He's there. He's got it. And that will end the inning. Marlins leave 1. And it remains 5-2. We go to the 8th. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Thairo Estrada. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Alcantara into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, he just had no answer for that hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes working inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it, and it becomes very difficult to get a piece of.
And here's the first baseman, Wilmer Flores. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Righty to the plate. And a foul ball. Oh, 0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time. And the right-hander deals. Base knock center field. And that keeps the inning going.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
2 outs, runner at first. And now the center fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. 1 for 3. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
And the pitch. In for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Here comes a skipper out of the duck. New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Matt Moore. He's pitching on 2 days rest. So 2 down. And up next for San Francisco, J.D. Davis. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Hand up as he asks for time at the plate. And now the lefty. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Nice work from the Miami pen there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Marlins 5 and the Giants 2. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now the third baseman, Jake Berger.
The third baseman, Jake
The wind and the pitch. There's the strike.
0-1.
Swings through that.
0-2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And here it comes. Just outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Gets a piece and stays alive. Next one is off the plate. And it's 2-2. Right-handed reliever. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And the pitch. Struck him out without a swing. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Left-hand hitter waits. And downstairs.
No, that's down. Ball.
Swing and a ball popped up. Knocks it down.
Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next pitch inside, and that's ball 1. That one missed.
That's the ball. 2-1.
That's in there. That is strike 2. The pitch. Now a pop-up on the infield. Davis hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
The batter, the first baseman.
Man at first, Josh Bell. Now at the plate. Ball 1, no strikes. Ripped on a line to center. And puts the squeeze on that. And that's the inning. 1 left for Miami. They're still out in front, 5-2. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Tanner Scott.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Peterson now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. 0-2 as he waves it that way.
They can live up in the zone all game if guys will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Next offering misses, and the count 1-2. Time asked for at the plate, and he gets it. The pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Time called again, second time in the at-bat. Here's a 1-2. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Sable now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss. Slider right there.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Next pitch misses, and the count 1-2.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout, just didn't locate it very well.
Next offering upstairs. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
The 1-0. You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. Now before the 1-1, time is called. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaub. Thanks for joining us.
Here now is our final line score.